The monk stood with both arms stretched out. Under his armpits hung 2 sharp knives. Then he lifted 2 buckets of water, each weighing 25 kilos. He had to cross a narrow, steep alley, climb all the way to the top of the mountain, and pour the water into a pit. But it wasn't easy. He had to keep his arms fully open and maintain perfect balance. If his hands dropped even slightly, the knives could stab straight into his body. In the beginning, he kept failing again and again. So, in order to get promoted faster, he started carrying 300 buckets of water every single day. Within a few months, he surpassed all the other disciples. He could now walk with 2 heavy buckets as if he were floating, and still have enough energy left to help others. But when his master found out, he scolded him. He said that during training, one should not help others, because it stops them from learning on their own. The monk felt scared, but he understood the lesson. Once the master approved him, he was moved to the next level, and this time the training was even stranger. He had to listen carefully to the sound of the master striking a wooden fish drum. With every beat, he had to strike a bell using a special hammer. At first, he wasn't happy with this training. To him, hitting a bell felt like a waste of time. But the moment he picked up the hammer, he realized how difficult it was. The hammer was only 10 kilos, but it was attached to a long, flexible bamboo pole with no solid support. Holding it felt like lifting 120 kilos, and he had to use only one hand. At first, he held the pole near the hammer's head and could barely lift it. After a few strikes, his wrist would go completely numb. He looked at his master, who continued striking the wooden fish calmly. A sense of competition awakened inside him. He tightened his grip and kept striking the bell. His wrist got injured, but he refused to give up. Within a few months, he could hold the pole from the bottom and strike quickly and accurately. He passed the test and was made the supervisor of the scripture pavilion. Then the next level began. Now he had to stand between 2 large burning incense sticks. His eyes had to focus only on the dancing flames. Throughout the process, his head was not allowed to move. At first, he was confident. His eyes followed the flames rapidly, but as the master increased the speed, his head moved on its own, and he got burned by the fire. The master warned him strictly, "Your eyes may move, but your head must not. Try again." This time, the monk became completely still. He calmed his mind. No matter how fast the master moved the flames, the monk's head remained absolutely steady.